Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video. So in this video, I am going to, since this month that this video is going to be popping up is going to be the month of May. And since I'm a huge Star Wars fan, mostly of the George Lucas era, more so than the few things I actually do enjoy of the Disney era, I will go into why I am a Ahsoka fan. Which I like to preface this that I do think, regardless of her getting her own show, I do think she should have died at her duel with Vader in Star Wars Rebels Season 2. So with that said, what has drawn me to Ashoka for me to profess to be a Ahsoka fan. Actually it's Star Wars, the Clone Wars and Rebels essentially. She starts off in the Clone Wars movie extremely annoying character. Where Anakin wasn't sure if he wanted to have a Padawan, but Ahsoka showed Anakin that I'm worthy to be trained under you. You're worthy to have a Padawan. And throughout the Clone Wars, we see Ahsoka grow up a little bit and mature and become a great Jedi, essentially, which is cool, right? But for me, what I think made me an Ashoka Tano fan, per se, outside of her being Anakin's Padawan, her showing that, hey, I can, I'm worthy to be your apprentice, worthy to be a Jedi Knight, is the fact that, when in Season 5, right, the last, I want to say, 2, 3, 4 episodes of Clone Wars Season 5, there was a bombing in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, right? And Ahsoka was blamed for that, right? And she did her best to claim her innocence. Until she got caught, Anakin helped clear her name, sir. And I think I didn't mind her per se. Other people were like, "Oh my god, she's so annoying!" When they first, when we were first introduced to her in the Clone Wars movie, I figured, okay, since we have the Clone Wars Solo's Carbon come out, which was announced already by the time the movie came out, that we will have time to see where Ahsoka will go. So I reserved judgment, which I'm happy I did. But I feel Ahsoka take the initiative to try to find the actual culprit behind who was framing her. Her strength of saying, "Oh, you guys want me to rejoin the Jedi Order, but what's you guys, with the exception of Anakin, who turn your guys' back on me? Yeah, no thank you. I need to take some time for myself to find who I am, because with you guys not having faith in me, it caused me to not have faith in myself, right?" So she goes out on her own, tries to find herself, because you can tell after the whole ordeal she's pretty lost. Only shortly afterwards, right? She's finds out where Maul is and Mandalore, and she's willing to put her personal feelings aside of the Jedi to work with them to capture Maul and help end the Clone Wars. Only to have some of her close friends betray her, thinking that they're everyone that she knew died, not knowing that Obi-Wan survived. Not knowing Anakin survived, not knowing Yoda survived, which those three did. which she had like was able to have some sort of reunion to like at least two of them, Yoda for like 5 seconds and Anakin when it was Vader, and essentially you can say again post Return of the Jedi because of the Ahsoka show, but but no but then the next time she sees like her master, like she senses her master, tries to lure him to the dark side, light side, doesn't work. Should have been killed. Blah blah blah. But in between, like her finding her master and the events of 466, she still decides to help out the rebellion, no matter how much, like I guess, like distress and like betrayal and pain that she had endured was would make anyone jaded in life. And you can kind of see that she's semi-jaded in like the Clone Wars and the Ahsoka show. But like, even like Star Wars Rebels, taking the Ahsoka show out of the equation for right now, at least, you can see that even though she is kind of sad, she has this like hole in herself, like hole being part of her for what happened during the Clone Wars and stuff like that. She still had, despite everything, despite the Jedi betrayal of her, because they did betray her, despite like the galaxy thinking the Jedi are evil, despite like her getting a crap ton of bad luck, she doesn't exactly let that keep her down. She finds the strength to keep up, despite her being sad about the situation, and she keeps pushing and she keeps fighting. And she keeps trying her best to help other people. And that, I think that's what kind of like is drawing me to Ahsoka. Is that it's her perseverance, her indomitable spirit, her self-control, her big heart, and top of like the character development that we saw in both Clone Wars and Rebels. Has really made me drawn to her. Because we did see her as an annoying teenager grown into this badass warrior that, yeah, she would have died in Rebels, but still in like Ahsoka, even though she was kind of like, we kind of saw like a more jaded side to her, and that was like post her fighting Anakin, so I can understand like it might take some people some time to realize, hey, my big brother figure or my father figure, someone very close to me, went rogue. They were they did some really messed up shit, really let me down, was kind of hurt because I thought the best in them, and when I interact with them, when they're in the dark space, when I was trying to convert them back to the light side, they pretty much told me to go fuck myself and go to hell. Like, she still kind of somewhat pushed through with that. Despite like, I think like a lot of people think that they're gonna make her the next Luke Skywalker in terms of the whole Disney's heir to the Empire version. But like I said, her indomitable spirit, her perseverance, through those hard times, the Jedi betraying her, Order 666, sensing that Vader was, where Anakin was still alive, but as a dark side user, right? And her not allowing those things would be traumatic for like literally anyone. I guess, like I said, it's why I am what's the word? I don't want to say attracted, because that like that could mean like romantic in some people's eyes, but I guess you can say drawn to her. And that's really inspiring too, because like when I lost my grandfather and cat, and one of my mentor, like when I found out one of my mentors died last year in 2023, right? Was my grandfather died at Earth Day. My cat died on June 7th, and I found out shortly after my cat died that one of my mentors passed away. That from my teenage years, like as well like some other trials and tribulations that I had to face. One of the things I thought of was actually Ahsoka and how she went through again the Jedi essentially betraying her. Order 66. Her sensing Vader was Anakin was so slive as Vader. And essentially her fighting Vader. And surviving a battle that by all rights she should have died in. And yet that didn't deter her from being this good-hearted person who wants to help everyone, like anyone that she can help. That's one thing definitely that kind of gave me strength in some of the hard times I had faced last year. And so, like, I guess it's just her strength. And I do appreciate her strength. And yeah, I know Dave Filoni made her, so thank you, Dave Filoni, for making her. You know, it's like I said, still think she should have died in her duel with Vader. But, yeah, that's why I'm drawn with Ahsoka. She's my favorite Clone Wars hero. I kind of refuse to call her a Jedi due to the fact that she left the Jedi Order in Season 5 of the Clone Wars. So that's why I say my favorite Clone Wars hero. That said, who is that one Star Wars character that you're so drawn to, that also inspires you to not give up and to keep persevering? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you all. Love you all. Have a I can English. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later.